Hey, welcome everyone. It's Eric, it's Larry. This is a product showcase that I am probably the most excited about to date in our young infancy here. We're going to talk about all things bucked up. Now, those of you who understand the power of relationships, this came to be because of a dear friend of mine named Cody, who knew a great guy named Sean, who got us on the phone with Ryan and Dan. And Bucked Up's kind of a family empire here. So Dan, we appreciate you jumping on, man, to talk to us about our partnership.
Of course. Of
Yeah.
course.
All
Happy
right.
to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh man, we are so grateful. We're fired up. So Dan, I just want to start off. Can you give us kind of the history of Bucked Up? And you're not going to admit it, but guys, Bucked Up is probably the hottest sports nutrition, sports supplement company, if not only in America, growing around the world. They have created a phenomenal brand, and it's amazing. I've noticed this the last year, especially as I go to the gym, I go to the gas station now, I go to other retailers, and you can't miss their branding. They got some pretty eye-catching branding, but it's obviously it's the hot thing now, and definitely into the future. So Dan, would you mind just kind of giving us the history of Bucked Up, how you got to be here?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. So, first off, again, thanks for having us. This is awesome. I'm so glad you guys are jazzed about it because obviously we are. I mean, we eat, drink, and sleep this stuff all the time. So this is awesome. And I hope you guys can feel that energy that we're going to put off today. And because this is the real deal. Stuff that we're doing is real. The way that we got our start though is we were actually me and my two brothers, Jeff and Ryan Gardner. They're twins. And back in the day, we ran an affiliate network for online marketing. And that's how we actually got our start is we were driving traffic to people's websites and we were generating leads, we were generating sales for them, we were just pushing traffic like crazy. And we were generating all these sales and we're like, well, shoot, we're making all these guys millionaires. We're selling all their stuff for them. Why are we not coming out with something with our own brand? So there was a product that our dad was actually taking. It's called L-arginine. And back in the day when doing internet marketing, if you had a direct domain name match, meaning if you bought larginine.com, when somebody would go on and search L-arginine, well, you would be the very first one to pop up. Very first one. This is before you could buy all the ads and all the sponsored links and all that stuff. So our link, when we went in there, we met with a company called L-arginine that my dad was working with. And after the first meeting, we walked out of the meeting owning 50% of the company. And we started just pushing traffic to this larginine.com because again, we started getting more and more brand awareness of what L-arginine is and the benefits of it. And it's an amazing product. So people started buying it like crazy. And in the first year, we did almost $4 million in sales with just one single product. And it was awesome. We were killing it because it was that direct domain name. When anybody went and looked at it, we were the first ones that popped up. So after a while, we ended up selling that company. And we were reading Sports Illustrated, actually reading it, not just looking at the pictures, right? Because there's really only one magazine that people look at with Sports Illustrated. But we were reading in Sports Illustrated about a product called Deer Antler Velvet Spray. And we're like, shoot, this could be another L-arginine for us. We went online, looked it up, deerantlerspray.com. It was available for like $2,300. We're like, shoot, let's do this. So we found the manufacturer, we worked with the people, we bought deerantlerspray.com, and we thought that this was going to be just another winner, right? Well, actually, it was kind of a dud because again, nobody reads Sports Illustrated, right? They only look at the pictures. So when we were going through this, we were like, well, shoot, we're just going to let this product run out of stock. We bought like 3,000 units of it where we're just going to run through it. We're doing about maybe 20 to 30 units a month, nothing really big at all. So we actually got a big break when during the Super Bowl week, Ray Lewis, if you guys remember Ray Lewis, who played for the Ravens, he actually purchased deer antler spray. It wasn't our product, but he purchased deer antler spray, and he actually got busted in the NFL because deer antler spray is actually a banned ingredient in the NFL and the NCAA. So something that people all watch is ESPN. And every 5 minutes, this was on the ESPN. So when me and my brothers, we woke up the next day, we saw that we had like 200 sales. We're like, what the freak? We just got hacked. Something's going on. They were like, oh no. But then we got all these links from all of our buddies saying, hey, deer antler spray, deer antler spray. And again, we were the first ones that would pop up because we own deerantlerspray.com. And so when people would go in and do it, they were purchasing like crazy. Like we couldn't even keep up. We were selling it for $49.99. We're like, well, shoot, we got to slow down sales. Let's go up to $69.99. That didn't stop it at all. We went up to $99.99. And for the whole rest of the day, we sold out of all 3,000 units that we had at $99.99. The cool part about it all is that the very next day, we got another big break by having GNC call us and say, guys, we will skip all the red tape. We need this product in our stores. We'll do whatever we need to do. Can you fulfill a 50,000 unit PO? We're like, let's go, right? So we ended up getting to GNC and it was doing great, right? It was doing awesome. GNC throws these events called the GNC franchise event, where all the owners of the franchises show up to one big conference. And we went there with our one product in a small 10 by 10 booth. And everybody that would pass by us, they're like, guys, why aren't you coming out with more products? Why aren't you doing more with the brand? It's a great brand, right? Do something with it. And we would look around at all the other companies and they had like 10, 15 products that are all in GNC. We're like, well, shoot, we're missing the boat here. So what's something that everybody takes every single day? And with our marketing background, we're like, it's got to be something catchy. It's got to be something fun. We pulled it out to all of our ambassadors that we had at the time. And we said, hey, we're going to come out with a pre-workout, something that everybody will take every single day. What should we call it? And someone said, call it Bucked Up, right? So we went online. Bucked Up was available, $2,000. Bought it right away. Now, Bucked Up apparel, that was already taken. They didn't have buckedup.com, but they had Bucked Up apparel. We're like, shoot, let's go. So we got buckedup.com, did all the trademarking and everything like that we needed to. Ended up making, literally, it's one of the very first pre-workouts on the market, where for us, we wanted it to be full transparency. We wanted people to know exactly what they were taking. And at that time, they were all being basically proprietary blends, where you would have a little bit of this, you'd be sprinkled with that. You'd have, you don't really know what you're actually taking. Whereas with us, we're like, why don't we put in the clinical dosages, skip all the stuff that your body doesn't need for a pre-workout, and let's just make the best pre-workout that you can get. And for us, flavors everything, right? We had to make sure it was the very best tasting pre-workout on the market, or else if we're not going to take it, nobody's going to take it. So we went through tons of different manufacturers, tons of different flavor houses, different things like that, and we got it dialed. Again, funny story, what we ended up doing, we ended up making 1,000 units of this pre-workout. And just to test it out, we went out and we drove our truck with a little trailer out to LA, and we went to the LA Fit Expo, which is one of the bigger fit expos in the US, right? We went out there, again, we had a small 10 by 10 booth, didn't know what the crap we were doing. Everybody else is throwing out samples to everybody, and we're like, screw that, we're going to sell our stuff. We want people to try it, and we're going to sell it. And in that 2-day period, we sold every single one of the units that we had. We sold all 1,000 units of them, and we were a top tier brand. We weren't selling them for cheap either. We were selling them for what they needed to be, because nobody had tasted anything like it. They come by the booth, they get attracted by the brand with a big buck. I mean, you can kind of see it right here. Everybody wants to know what it is. They're attracted in by that. They taste the product. It tastes better than anything they've ever tried. And then when they use it in their workouts, they're like, holy crap, this stuff's the real deal. So here we go. We're off to the races, right? GNC start putting in orders for Bucked Up. And they're like, all right, what's next? So from there, it just kind of evolutionized to where we have right now in just supplements, we have about 380 different SKUs. We have anywhere from 7 different pre-workouts, where we pride ourselves in being able to say we have something for anyone wherever they're at on their fitness journey, right? Whether you like high stim stuff that's going to melt your freaking face off called Mother Bucker, right? Or we've got stuff that doesn't have any stimulant in it at all. It's a non-stim pre-workout, but it has all the stuff in there that's going to help your body be able to push through and have better workouts. We have proteins, we have greens, we have collagens, we have name it, right? We're a full supplement company. And eventually it came to the point where for us, again, we're just evolutionizing, right? What's the next thing? Well, about 3 years ago, we dropped our energy drinks, right? Again, this isn't just a normal energy drink. We're not them. We didn't throw caffeine in a bottle and say, hey, it's an energy drink, right? Because of our background, because of what we have with us, we actually are able to put clinically proven ingredients that help with longer lasting energy, that are called nootropics in there as well, that helps with your mind muscle connection, that's going to keep you totally focused and really get you jazzed, and you're not going to get the crash, right? And so we're hitting the market on a performance energy supplement drink, and it's taken the market. We went from earlier this year, and again, this comes from hiring the right people and getting in the right positions and everything like that. Currently, right now, our COO is the former CEO of Dr. Pepper Snapple. Wow. He's come in and helped us with this whole plan of distribution and everything, and it's getting the right people in the right spots, right? And we've been very fortunate with that. Our energy drink went from number 29 energy drink in the nation in the US to now we're number 9, because we were able to get such big distribution, and we're growing like a weed right now. We're getting about 1,500 to 2,000 new doors every single month. And so, again, really grateful, really fortunate. That's kind of the story, the background of all of us with Bucked Up. We're just farm boys that grow up here in Utah, right? We didn't know really anything. All we knew is that no one in the room is going to outwork us, right? We're going to put our heads down and we're going to figure it out. And we're going to hire the right people to be in the right positions to help us have the most success. And honestly, we are so humbled with what has happened so far, because just like you were saying at the beginning of the call, I'll say it, Bucked Up is the number 1 pre-workout company in the nation right now. And that's not us saying it. That's all third-party data. We are the number 1 selling in GNC, number 1 selling in Vitamin Shop, number 1 selling in Walmart, number 1 selling in Dick's Sporting Goods, Academy Sports, HEB, Publix, Meijer. I mean, name it. When you put us on the shelf, our stuff sells, because people want to see a brand that actually backs it up, and we are. So it's been a lot of fun. I'm sorry, I probably just went on it, but I want you guys to know and to feel the energy of what Bucked Up really is to the core, because it doesn't matter where you are on your fitness journey, we're going to be able to help you, and we're going to help change your life, because that's what this stuff does. It's awesome.
Dan, I love the passion, man. I'm going to pivot because this is great. Hearing the whole story, we've got a lot of entrepreneurial people that are on this call. They're going to be watching the recording. Yeah. And they're probably thinking, what? They bought a domain, and then hopefully big play Ray. He doesn't really need any kickbacks from you guys, right? He's doing fine. But they're probably thinking, man, did they just get lucky? But you and I both know, luck's what happens when you just work your butt off over and over and over. I'm sure you've had some hiccups and ups and downs.
Oh, of course.
Because guys, this is a billion with a B, $1 billion brand. Can you talk about maybe some of the adversity you've had to overcome to get to where you are today?
I mean, I was pointing at this. I mean, the first time we came out with our energy drinks, the very first run that we did, we flew up to the manufacturer. We went and tasted them. The drinks were awesome, right? Again, we're all about flavor. They were tasting amazing. Little did we know, because we're not chemical engineer guys. We're not that guy. We're not those guys. We're not the formulators, right? Little did we know, the masking agent that we had in there to mask one of the ingredients, which was beta-alanine, which is super bitter, right? It wore off after 5 days. So when we went and tasted them, they were amazing. So we ordered 274,000 cases. of this. And we took it to market, and we were at one of our shows here locally in Utah, and we were handing them out to people and asking them, hey, what do you think? What do you think? And they're like trying to be nice. And they're like, yeah, it's all right. We're like, oh, screw that. So we took it out to the middle of the desert here in Utah, and we blew them up with our guns and ran them over with our trucks. And we like got rid of all of them. We're like, we're not doing that. Right. So we had to take it right on the chin, and we've had to take it on the chin with a lot of different things. We came out with a protein bar, didn't hit the mark, right? Had to take that one on the chin. We've had a lot of companies that have come in, and unfortunately, after a while, they've had bankruptcies, and we've got screwed out of that, right? For us, some of the things that we do differently than everybody else is with our wholesale programs and our programs that we do, we like to collect everything up front. We don't like to float everybody. We don't like to float everybody's business. So all of our mom and pop shops, we're in about 62,000 doors in the US now. And we require just about all of them, besides some of the big box accounts that we know have all the credit limits in the world and everything like that. But we require everybody to prepay, right? We're just like Nike. If you want a pair of shoes, you got to pay for them, right? If you want our products, you got to pay for it. The nice thing is that our stuff sells, and we guarantee that it will sell, or else we'll buy it back. If it doesn't sell in 60 days, we'll buy it back. And the nice thing is that we allow everyone to have margins as well. So when someone buys our product, we enforce MAP pricing, which is marketed advertised price. Whenever they put it on their doors and their shelves, they can't market it for less than a price than what we have set. So everybody makes margins. They can't find it anywhere cheaper, right? So a lot of really cool things that have happened, but hey, that came with a lot of struggle. We started in 2016 is when Bucked Up started. And just like you said, it's been a sprint ever since. I mean, we grew the company as much as we possibly could with just 9 employees. And we were growing and growing and growing. We had a third-party guy come in, and after hanging out with us for 2 days and watching what we do and analyzing everything, he came in and he said, you guys want to know what the problem is? It's you guys. It's you guys. You're trying to do everything. You need to hire someone that's a CMO. You need to hire somebody that does all the supply chain. You need to hire someone that does all the finance, right? Because here I am, I'm trying to do all the purchasing, all the warehouse management, all the sales, all the shipping, all the AR. We're trying to do it all. And you can only do so much, right? So that's when, during the time I was talking, it's about getting the right people in the right positions. And because we were able to do that, we've been able to grow tenfold.
That's something Larry and I can relate to. Here we are going on 5 months, and of course, everybody gets intoxicated by the startup phase, but you're wearing a lot of different hats, right? And I think the key is finding the right people, get them in the right lanes, and letting them spread their wings and fly, right? I mean, that's the key. So, Dan, let's talk about the target market, because I know some people have said, man, do I have to be a hardcore gym bro or gym sis to be able to benefit from Bucked Up? Talk about kind of the target market, if you will, for your products.
So our perfect demographic, just straight up, is 18 to 35-year-olds, right? That's our prime demographic. Well, like I was saying earlier, we literally have something for everyone. My 98-year-old grandma takes this stuff. No lie. She takes some of the products that we have. We have something for everyone. I went into a pitch with Target, and Target says, you guys are a bro brand. Why would we want to bring you into Target? And we're like, what are you talking about, a bro brand? 40% of our customers are female, right? But they didn't see that. So one of the things that we've come out with in the last 2 years, or just this last year, is our Babe line. We have an entire line called Babe that has pre-workouts, flavored collagens, hyaluronic acid, biotin, collagen, libido help, multivitamins. That's all geared toward the female, right? And so who's our target demographic? Anyone 18 and older, right? Anyone 18 and older. We have something for everyone. But the people who love it, the people who are just eating it up every single day is that 18 to 35-year-old. Right. I'm 40 and I drink it every single day. Right. I love it. So,
Larry, we're outside that key demographic, man, but we'll still take it all the same. Age is just a number, right, buddy?
Yep. Right. That's
Dan,
right.
we picked a perfect time for our life shop is actually getting there's some new programming logic, but as you know, we've got your 9 top selling products. You mentioned Babe, that's in there. We got the creatine in there, which I've been using for a long, long time. And you know what I think is phenomenal is, yes, you have a premium brand, but the passion you have for the ingredients, I mean, it's not just premium marketing, it's premium ingredients and formulation to make it a true standalone premium brand. Can you touch on that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we are top shelf and we're not going to waver from that, right?
No cheap fillers, nothing from some different countries as like an off-label type thing.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, that's just an absolute brand killer. If you are actually going to lower your standard for your own brand, well, that tells you right away, they don't believe in what they're selling. For us, we know what we sell and we know it's the very best. It's top tier, right? That's why we can get away with charging $55 for a 20-serve pre-workout, right? Because it is the very best and there's nothing like it on the market. And so the ingredients that we do use, clinically dosed, right? At the clinical dosages as well, right? We use products that a lot of people haven't even heard of before, right? We usually are, when it comes to innovation, we're one of the very first ones and we're the leaders in innovation. We come out with things and then you see every single other company follow suit. There's one product in, like, specifically I can tell you about. It's called Actogen and Astrogen. Those are ingredients that we put in our products, almost every single one of them, because it helps with absorption and deliverability, right? We found them at one of those big supply side West expos that they had a tiny little booth. No one knew who they were, but they knew they had a product that was great. And we went to them. We saw all the studies. We saw what they were doing, and we were the first ones to put it in our pre-workouts and to put it in some of our supplements. Now, there isn't a brand that probably doesn't carry it in their supplements because it works, right? Yeah. We're only going to do stuff that actually works. We're not going to do it because we're trying to follow trends or anything like that, right? We don't waver on our brand. It is top shelf, and we're going to keep that, integrity of our brand at that level.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing I found, especially in nutrition and wellness, I mean, a lot of times you do get what you pay for. I mean, you really do. And a lot of times you don't even know what you're getting for what you pay for. So I love that premium approach. Let's talk about the future of Bucked Up, man. And then specifically, we got people on here from Sweden, the rest of Europe, Eastern Europe, Africa, Asia. They're all like, we want Bucked Up too. Come on, tell us about the future and turn this into a real global empire.
So I love it. I mean, have you guys ever heard of the LeBron James effect?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Our goal is to be the LeBron James of supplements, where it's a household name and everybody knows who it is. That's my personal goal. And I'm not going to stop until everybody knows who it is and what we do, right? We will be the LeBron James of supplements, that we're a household name and everybody knows what it is. Just last year, one of my brothers, Jeff Gardner, right, one of the twins, he took on the role of doing the international sales. Currently, we've been able to come in and really dominate in a few markets. We're now in Canada. We're now in Mexico. We're now in Australia. We're now in Europe, right? Now, that is a very, very small portion. We're in Japan and some in China, just small, right? But we're just barely cracking the basically the egg to get into all those, because believe it or not, it's actually hard with all other countries, their regulations to get approved. So Health Canada, for instance, it took us 5 years to get approved in Health Canada. It Took us 5 years. And now we're growing like a weed there. Like we're doing $2 million a month there just in Canada. Like they're killing it, right? So just making sure that we're not just getting into markets to get into them. We're doing it the right way, right? We follow the regulations. We follow the rules. Again, we're not this overnight company that's going to go away. We're here to stay, right? And we're going to do it the right way. And we're going to make sure that everybody can have the products in their countries with the right regulations.
Love it. Doing it the right way, man. And we look forward to helping you aggressively expand as the time's right into those markets. So, Dan, this has been awesome. People are actually like, dude, who is this guy? I want to grab a beer with this guy. This guy seems awesome. But I'm
the guy in the background doing the work. Let's just call him that, right?
Well, last thing, of all of our partnerships thus far, you guys do take it seriously, because that contract is probably the thickest one we've had to sign here. Yeah. But we appreciate that. I mean, obviously, we got connected through a friend of a friend, but we know Ryan and you guys, you obviously vet, the people that you want to be out there representing your brand. And I think, Ryan and you guys says, look, you guys seem like you're about trust, transparency. We're not greedy either. We just want to bring great value with amazing, life-changing products to our community. So I don't know how much you dove into Nilo Life, but, we're just excited to earn your trust and just be a great partnership and marriage long-term, man.
Well, we're really excited about it as well. I mean, just full transparency, there's only 3 other companies that we do this for.
Wow.
There's only 3 other companies that we do drop shipping for. And here's the other thing, guys. Like, I really want you guys to know how, for us, we are a top shelf brand. We talked about keeping our integrity and the price integrity where it's at. We don't do discounts. Like, we don't. You'll see we do 1 sale a year, and that's on Black Friday. Other than that, the only way that you're going to get our products at a discount is if you walk your butt into our store right here, and you get some stuff out of our office right here, or you go to one of these big expos that we go to and we give it at a little bit of a discounted price. Other than that, you're not getting a discount on our brand. We don't discount it. So the fact that we're willing to do this for you guys, I hope you guys know that we fully trust you guys. Okay. This is an amazing opportunity for you to be able to get the products at a lower price than what anybody else is going to be able to get them for. So again, really excited for it. I'm excited for you guys to be able to go in and to try all the products. This is the tip of the iceberg. You guys got 9 products. I can almost promise you in a couple months, you're going to be like, all right, what's the next step? What else can we get? Because we're going to need more, right? And we'll happily do that with you guys. I'm just excited for you guys to all try it, to experience it, because it's the real deal. It's the real deal.
Yeah. Well, Dan, you're the real deal, brother. Guys, give Dan Gardner some virtual high fives out there. And we should probably fly him out to some of our events, maybe some life trips. How awesome would that be, man? So, Dan, thank you so much, man. It's been a blessing. And the future is very, very bright. Have an awesome day, brother.
Hey, really excited. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And hey, get bucked up, baby. Get bucked up.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Thank you, buddy.
Have a great day. Bye-bye, guys.